Hey everybody, it's Michael from Replica Airguns with another tabletop video review. Today we are looking at, or checking out, the KJWorks Full Metal 1911 TBC CO2 Airsoft Pistol. Again, this is the tabletop review, so no shooting. That'll be followed up when I do my field test shooting video. I don't even have any CO2 in here, so we're not going to be able to check out blowback action in this video, so keep checking out later on for the full field test shooting video. You'll get to see it do that then. This product is made by KJWorks. It is a full metal design with a few exceptions like the grips, maybe some internal parts as well. It also has a full-size dropout metal magazine that holds a 12-gram CO2 along with 24 BBs. The total length of this gun is 8.6 inches or 21.8 centimeters. The barrel length is 4.7 inches or 11.9 centimeters, and it weighs in at about 2.2 pounds or 980 grams. It has that classic single action only 1911 style trigger, which is nice and short and light. Beautiful triggers on these guns. And the velocity is about 360 FPS. I'm assuming it's with the barrel extension, so that's kind of for import reasons to get the velocity up a little higher. That's sometimes why they come with CO2 magazines, just to get it up and over 360 FPS with a 0.20 gram airsoft BB. This just threads in here. There's a threaded barrel extension there, and you can also put a mock compensator or some sort of mock suppressor on there to hide this and keep it protected. While we're looking at parts and things, it does come with an Allen key here, right? So you've got that for the CO2. As you can see, the bottom has the CO2 screw there. We'll take that magazine out and show you a bit later. There's a tool here for taking off the barrel bushing, and I'm not sure what that does, but that's probably for something important. I just don't know what. But if you want to take the barrel out completely, you're going to have to remove that barrel bushing. I'm not going to do that today. I'll just take the slide off, but you can take it right apart and fully field strip it if you want to. You do get the manual as well, 1911 manual. Okay, lots of do's and don'ts, right? How to put gas in it if you have the gas magazine version. By the way, this does come in a gas magazine version, so green gas or propane, right? How to load it, safeties, just basic operation of the gun, barrel bushing, how to field strip it, all of that's there. And then you have a parts list and a parts diagram, just in case you need to order some parts. And by the way, this does have adjustable hop-up, so when you take it apart, you can get it to hop up. And if you haven't already noticed, it's a classic 1911 A1 replica, unlicensed however, because it's just KJWorks, they don't hold the Colt licensing. And I like that it doesn't have the orange tip as well. So you just have this threaded barrel extension portion here that you can take off, put on. You could paint it if you want to. Now I just want to compare it to a more tactical or modern 1911. So this is a double stack 1911. You see the actual grip's a lot thicker. That doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get a lot more ammo on an airsoft gun, but with a traditional 1911, you'll get like 10 rounds or so. This is like a 7-rounder, so you do get a few extra more rounds with the double stack. This has got skeletonized everything. Mostly the controls are going to be ambidextrous, right? You've got all kinds of places to mount additional hardware on here, tack rails, right? You've got venting everywhere. You've got this compensator. You've got, green dot sights, or in this case, fiber optic sights front and back. So very different gun, very modern looking, They're both going to perform nice, obviously, but this is just a more modern version of the 1911. All right, let's do a walk around, and we'll do a field strip as well for you. So this is just a sticker up front here. That can come off. But this is the barrel extension. You just unthread it. I think it's reverse. I'm pretty sure. I don't even know. Yeah, it's reverse thread. On the front there, you'll notice that it's just a post sight. There's no markings, right? So that's very traditional of the 1911. On a dark background, it's going to be a little harder to use, but that's just the way it is. That's the way the 1911s were. All metal. Everything you're looking at here is metal except for the grips. You've got the magazine release, right? So here's your magazine. You can just pop this down and load up a bunch of airsoft BBs. It kind of double stacks, so even though it's not a double stack configuration, the BBs will double stack to some degree. CO2 goes in here. You notice it's cut out there because so is the actual mag well. It's cut out for the CO2 because it sticks out a little bit. Got your CO2 screw, okay? We'll keep that out for now. You've just got your basic hammer, right? Basic 1911 trigger hammer. You got your back strap, grip safety here as well, okay? Serrations on the slide. Let's take this apart. So essentially, hopefully I can do this without too much rigmarole. So the magazine has to be out, and then you need to line this up with that, and then give this a good push, but it's kind of hard. I'm going to need to get something in there because my fingernails just don't grab. Okay, that was a little difficult. All right, so let me get in here. You can see it just comes out. You pull it out, and then the slide just comes off and forward. So at this point, we could adjust the hop up, which is, looks to me to be, where is it? Could be one of these little guys right in here, I think. Right in there. I'm not 100% sure, but that could be the hop up wheel there. Okay, so this whole spring mechanism comes out. There's the barrel bushing right there. So if you push this in, you can twist that, remove this tip, the barrel extension threaded portion, and then that barrel will be able to slide out, and you can take it right apart. You've got your nozzle, gas nozzle there. Let's put it back together. Okay, goes back the same way. There it is. And all back together. All right, let's get into some of the pros and cons, and then we'll finish up this video review. It's a pretty much all metal pistol with good weight to it. I would expect it to be about the same weight as the real steel version. It does have a heavy blowback operation. I haven't shot this one specifically, but I've shot a lot of 1911 KWCs that are full metal with full blowback operation, and they have a pretty good kick. You notice the slide, it moves pretty good. That spring has some nice tension to it. It's not a lightweight spring by any means. It really clicks forward, so that tells me the spring's pretty tight, and that means the blowback's going to be pretty solid as well. It does have excellent fit and finish, as always with KJWorks pistols. And that high-capacity full-size dropout metal magazine holds the Airsoft, BBs, and the CO2. Or if you got the green gas version, you can get that one as well. It does come with that barrel extension, which is kind of nice. If you want to put that on there, get the FPS up, hide that with the compensator or some sort of a mock suppressor. It also comes in this black version and an OD green two-tone finish, so you can take your pick on that one. They both look good in my opinion. And as mentioned before, it does have that working grip safety. You're going to have to hold that pistol pretty firmly in your hand. Make sure you've got your thumb over that. And it also has that true 1911 single action trigger, which is short and light. One of my favorite triggers on a gun. And as you saw, it is fully field strippable. You can take this gun right apart, perhaps for cleaning or repair or whatever you want to do. All right, a few cons. The sights are non-adjustable and do not have any white or fiber inserts. So darker backgrounds or mixed backgrounds might be a little tough to see. It's pretty basic sight setup on this one. There's no rail for mounting other sights either, so you're kind of stuck with whatever you got here. Can't put a laser or red dot or anything like that on here. And that CO2 magazine does stick out a little bit, so if you're a true 1911 A1, enthusiast, you don't want anything that looks too different, then you might not like this and you might not like that. It's not typical of an A1, but it doesn't change the gun's look that much at all, in my opinion. All right, that wraps up this video review. Again, check out the field test shooting video down the road where we'll test it out. We'll test velocity, we'll test accuracy, overall performance. If you're interested in buying it, it is available in our replicairguns.ca store, so I'll put a link in the description to buy it. We have similar products in the US over at replicairguns.us. We also have other products in both of those stores: air guns, BB guns, airsoft guns, pellet guns, blank guns, and other accessories. And we also have our replicairguns.com link for articles, posts, reviews, additional photos. Lots to check out. All right, thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Until next time, take care.